Ice Cube is dropping bombshell after bombshell, and this time, he is exposing Jay-Z and Diddy's fishy business.
I've been working with, on the big three for a long time, and you know how they with me with that.
And based on the hard-hitting fact Ice Cube shared, Jay-Z appears to be involved in some problematic situation, just like Diddy. But there is more than that, because other people are claiming that the duo had been involved with other questionable things even before Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy. And now, big names such as Biggie Smalls, R. Kelly, Aaliyah, and even Beyonce are in the picture.
By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Come on your horn now, that record. Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died.
I think we all agree that this is going to be pretty messy, so sit back and make sure you keep watching. Diddy had been in the red since Cassie filed her lawsuit. However, while a lot of people believe that he is about to face his downfall, there are still a few people who believe he didn't do anything wrong. Of course, we all know that Puff had been guilty in the court of public opinion since day one, but some people in the industry still showed him support. But fans were actually waiting for Jay-Z to join the discussion, but surprisingly, he didn't. Soon after, people started thinking because the two had been very close. In fact, Diddy recently said that only his mother and Jay-Z may address him as Sean. Surprisingly, a photo of Jay-Z may still be found on Diddy's website, not to mention how Diddy would shower Jay-Z with compliments for stepping into the footsteps of superstars like Biggie and Tupac. This was after Jay faced criticism after he collaborated with the NFL, and just like the good friend that he is, Diddy was there for Jay. To summarize, Diddy has had his back since the beginning, and he stated openly on Instagram that Jay-Z is one of the finest artists he has ever known and has always been there for individuals in hip-hop culture, including himself. Jay also presented a video montage for Diddy's Lifetime Achievement Award at the 2022 BT Awards, referring to him as an example of youth beginning from nothing.
You gotta have a bit of crazy. You can't take no for an answer. You gotta make it happen. He embodies that.
This is why fans agreed that Jay-Z and Diddy's bond appears to be solid and that nothing can separate them anymore. However, we all know that good things don't last, and Jay-Z and Diddy's friendship is no exception. And most recently, Ice Cube began saying extremely shocking things about the supposedly impenetrable partnership. This came after the rapper suggested that Jay-Z would throw Diddy under the bus as a result of the public scrutiny Diddy is undergoing. And you will not believe what Ice Cube said about the two of them.
I think both of these dudes were assassinated in some kind of way. More Biggie than Tupac.
Ice Cube dropped some huge hints during an interview, bringing an unexpected twist to the conversation. He stated that Biggie's hit was linked to some unknown government thing, feeding speculations about Diddy's participation, and some people believed him.
Might got killed by a dude that they had an incident with earlier that day, but Biggie's seems a little
JFK.
Governmental to me.
While others remain dubious, several fans began delving deeper into the topic in order to eventually get to the bottom of it all. Not to mention how Jaguar Wright spoke about it, and her stories appear to be similar to what Ice Cube has been stating.
So yeah, then, and then Reasonable Doubt was happening, and then Dame's in the picture, and Dame's building Roc-A-Fella, and everybody's talking about Jay-Z, and like I said, Biggie died, Tupac died, and then there was the fight between who was the top rapper now, Nas and Jay-Z, and then the next thing you know, Nas has a nervous breakdown, and he's taken out of the game, and it's all Jay-Z.
And with recent discoveries regarding Diddy's legal battles with Cassie, including 4 separate lawsuits, it's safe to think that they're on the right track, because something must be going on for a ton of individuals to suddenly come up and finally speak up about Diddy's dark secret. Soon after, many began to re-examine Ice Cube's statements, since they suddenly made sense. At one point, Ice Cube also mentioned a certain elite cub that had been going after him. And yes, a lot of people believe he is talking about the infamous Hollywood elites who were rumored to be controlling celebs in the industry.
And what I realized with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their fucking club. That pisses them off.
Not to add that he isn't exactly known for promoting lies. But this isn't the end, because Ice Cube has more stunning secrets in his possession that are going to blow out. He also revealed some bombshell facts about Diddy and Jay-Z. And let's just assume he's implying that birds of a feather flock together. But it turns out Jay-Z is actually far worse than Diddy. Well, at least that's what Ice Cube had been saying. He's making serious allegations, stating that Jay-Z, like his BFF Diddy, has been involved in some pretty dubious actions with underage females. This is a lot to take in, but it's not altogether surprising if you've been hearing whispers about it for years. People have been talking about Jay-Z not being as clean as he looks on social media. For example, there had been stories about him grooming young females or supporting others in the business in doing so, but it isn't the only shady business Jay-Z is reported to be involved in. Here's another surprise. He used to be buddies with R. Kelly. Yes, the guy who messed things up big time with Aaliyah. And yes, I am talking about the same Aaliyah who tragically died in a very controversial plane crash.
The most up shit was Aaliyah dying. That was the most fucked up shit. And all the shit I had to deal with that. You'd be surprised how people act when they think you're hurt. That's when they really start trying to make moves on you.
R. Kelly has a massive Hollywood connection, and it's only expected that he can get people to pull the strings and even get Aaliyah's paperwork fixed. This might be the reason why he managed to get married to a minor. And guess what? Who allegedly helped him do all this? Well, no other than Jay-Z.
When he did the record with Jay, that's why I was that was almost like one of the things where I was just like, he's out of here, Jay. I just let it go because I couldn't believe he did a project with her, with R. Kelly, knowing that he had raped my girl.
But lo and behold, this was not the first time he allegedly faked paperwork, because rumors suggest that he had been doing this for years, and tons of minors had been the victims of this scheme. Just imagine how messy things are in Hollywood, because it's just too good to be true, right? However, things got more juicy when Ice Cube entered the picture, and the rapper had tons of tea to spill about Jay-Z and Diddy. Ice Cube began by bringing up Teairra Mari. She was in the mix at Def Jam with Jay-Z before she became recognized on Love and Hip Hop, and he was all over her, dubbing her the label's princess and the first lady of Roc-A-Fella. Fast forward to her prom night, when Jay-Z abruptly drops her from the label with no reason. It was then discovered that Jay-Z informed Teairra Mari that she was being fired since her debut album didn't do well. But wait on, the statistics don't match up because her record sold 69,000 copies and reached number 5 on the Billboard 200. Even Billboard wrote an article about it. Not to mention how it also snags the second spot on the R&B and hip-hop album charts, which is not bad for a debut. But Jay-Z treated it as if it were a massive flop, firing her with no reason. Fans even pointed out that Rihanna released her debut a few weeks later, selling 69,000 copies as well, yet her album peaked lower at number 10. By Jay-Z's logic, Rihanna should have been in the same boat as Teairra, yet Rihanna is still standing. Why? The not-so-secret sauce, according to Ice Cube, is that Jay-Z was allegedly getting close with Teairra at the time, despite the fact that she was still in high school. But wait, it gets much darker. L.A. Reid apparently jumped into the mix, according to a Blind article. He allegedly hooked up with Teairra first, then passed her on to Ray J, who then sent her on to Jay. Maybe this is why their relationship had been pretty messy in the first place.
Get your ass out of here! I'm
not gonna get no women.
Go home! Go home! You're out of line!
Okay.
Yeah, it's all messed up, especially given that she was a juvenile at the time. But wait, there's more. Ray J and Teairra went public in 2006, immediately after Jay-Z dumped her. She was 18 and he was 25, but allegations circulated that their relationship began before she reached legal age. This is where Jay-Z's tale begins to unravel. If her debut album was such a flop that he was ready to fire her, why was she working on a follow-up?
Please don't forget to subscribe and open the notification bell for the latest Hollywood gossips and drama. It will help me a lot. Thank you so much in advance.
According to the blind item, Jay-Z dropped Teairra because Ray J wanted Teairra all to himself and was jealous that Jay was in the mix. Rumor has it that Beyonce found out about the affair and put her foot down, demanding Jay-Z cut ties with Teairra completely.
How you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are. How you step on anybody to stay on the top.
Speaking of Beyonce, there are accusations that Jay pulled some strings to facilitate their marriage. Streets are saying how they met when she was 19 and he was almost 30. Beyonce herself dropped the beans, revealing that they met when she was quite young. True, she wasn't underage, but there's still a 12-year difference. And she was a teenager at the time.
For them. But you guys know about Jay-Z and Beyonce, like, when I found this out, I was kind of disgusted. He was, when he first met her, whatever, got into it with her, whatever situation, she was 19 years old. He was 31 years old. That's some creepy ass to me.
Another video also made rounds on the internet, and this time, it's Beyonce thanking Jay-Z about everything he did for her, but some people think it was a glaring red flag about their relationship.
You taught me so many things. I was 20 years old when we first started dating. You taught me how to be a woman. You taught me how to live. You taught me how to be a friend. You've given me so much in life.
While her birthday greetings sounded innocent at first, there were countless fans who pointed out that it seemed like she was implying something. Mainly how Jay-Z taught her a lot of things when she was still young. But that wasn't the worst of it. People quickly pointed out that Jay was Queen B's first meaningful relationship since entering Hollywood. In fact, Beyonce would make it apparent that her adolescent years were spent hustling and directing all of her efforts onto Destiny's Child. She also stated that she concentrated all of her efforts on getting them a record label and that anything that did not support that aim was unimportant. Okay, so this is why she ended up with Jay-Z? Not to add that their former bodyguard revealed that their marriage was supposedly purely for commercial motives.
Your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaires. There's no love there.
Other musicians have spoken out about Jay-Z and Diddy. Kanye West, for example, grouped the couple together and accused them of being manipulated by Hollywood elites.
They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Remember how Ice Cube also talked about these elites? Now, things are getting more clearer, right? And now that Diddy is also facing legal issues, it appears that these BFFs will no longer be buddies. This came when other individuals who had previously been affiliated with Diddy began to leave him out of fear of taking the fall with him. In fact, Jay-Z had been pretty quiet since the lawsuit broke, which got fans wondering if they were still as close as they were before. How about you? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Also, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more.